Find the product, 8x squared minus 2x plus 1 times 5x plus 4. When you're multiplying binomials and polynomials together, there's two different ways you can go about it. Here we could set up, we could use distributive property, and we could say 5x times the entire polynomial, and then add on to that 4, the other piece of the binomial, times the entire trinomial again. So that's one way you could do it. You could do distributive property, multiply 5x to everything inside the parentheses, multiply 4 to everything inside the parentheses. I prefer, and this is another way that you can use, but this is the way I'll use to solve this problem, is to stack it just like we would any other multiplication problem. We'll have 8x squared minus 2x plus 1 on top, and then we will have 5x plus 4. Just like any other multiplication problem. So we start with one digit, we start with 4, and we multiply to all of the values up on top. So we've got 4 times 1 will give us 4, and it's positive. Then we have 4 times negative 2x, which would give us negative 8x. Then we have 4 times 8x squared, excuse me, which would give us 32x squared. Now we move on to the next digit, to 5x. So we need to place a 0, and now we can start to multiply. 5x times 1 would give us positive 5x. 5x times negative 2x would give us negative 10. X times x would be x squared. And then 5x times 8x squared, do the 5 times 8 first, which would give us 40. And then x times an x squared, we now have x cubed. So we can pause here and look at our answer choices very quickly. We know there's no other like term for 40x cubed. There's no other x cubed in this problem. So we can eliminate A and we can eliminate C because they do not have 40 x cubed out in front. From then on, the only difference between B and D are the second and third values of the equation. So what we can do is just focus on doing the math for that section right here. Negative 8 plus 5. Negative 8 plus 5, we'll pull that out and make it separate. Adding a negative is the same as subtracting a positive. So you can think about this as 5 minus 8, which would give us 3. And the biggest number carries the sign. 8 is the biggest number. So it is going to be negative 3x. And that already tells us that B is our correct answer because of this negative 3x right here. But for the sake of the video, let me go ahead and show you what all the math will look like. We would have positive 4, negative 3x. 32 minus 10 would give us 22x squared, and then we would bring down our 40x cubed, which matches answer choice B.